Was there anything else in that kind of made you, you know, want to commit and go to UAlbany, just because of how far it was away from home? And what other kind of, during your recruiting process, what kind of other schools were you looking at?
I took 2 visits, Albany and Indiana State. I liked Indiana State. I like what they had to offer. It was just in the middle of nowhere, and I couldn't do that again. Leaving my JUCO that was in the middle of nowhere. So, and another thing, what made me commit to Albany is I felt the need that I need to be far away from home to really be able to focus. And it's a lot. It's a lot that goes on at home where it's a lot of killings going on, and just being where I'm from, I can just be in the wrong place at the wrong time and something bad could happen. So I like being away from home. I actually don't ever plan on moving back to Oklahoma City when I'm done here in Albany.
And talk a little bit about how different it was to high school than it was when you were at JUCO.
Uh, okay, so it was the difference between when I was in high school and JUCO is that in high school I had no connections. I didn't have nobody in my corner. I was just a kid doing what I've been doing my whole life, being athletic, playing ball. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know to go to this camp and just get my name out there. I didn't know stuff like this. So everything I had came off like, coaches checking stats and huddle.
Yeah.
So the JUCO was a little different because being we was a top 5 program when the years I was there. My redshirt year, I got to see like we had 2 guys off that team go to the NFL after doing 1 year at their next schools, and they brought so many coaches. It just showed you that like you could honestly get offered on the spot, like at a practice, like just make a play while a coach is there and they will offer you, and you don't care about a stat. If you do something exciting while they're there, they'll offer you. And so we got a new coaches after my redshirt year, and that changed a lot for NEO. We went from a lot of guys getting out to not so many. And then it didn't help that my last year there, we didn't have a good season. We actually was under 500. And it was just a bad case going on at NEO that year. So that made the recruitment that much harder because, if you're not winning, nobody gonna even pay attention to you.
Yeah.
And
How much of like, and for the viewers who aren't aware, kind of like the recruiting process, whether it's in high school or JUCO, how much do you think it is based off of like, how much do you think of it as connections or creating relationships, but also, winning or having, coaches, having those relationships or being able to make those calls for you?
I think winning ties in a lot with it because, I feel like my personal experiences and just my opinion on this is that if you have team success, then everybody get their own personal success.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just how I feel about that. And that's really what I think go on. And then a good 30-40% of it is relationships and connections. Like I know guys who dad know this coach and they got offered. Can't play a lick of ball, but they dad know this coach and he got offered. I've been in this game. I'm going into my 6th fall, so I got to see a lot of that. And being at JUCO, you get a lot of bounce backs.
Yeah.
A lot of guys come from these big fancy schools and can't play a lick of ball. And that just goes to show you that whoever they had networking for them was real good at it.
Yeah.